Everybody, Lead Farmer 73 here again today. I just got through planting about 4 different trees in 4 different places. Somebody ran over my mailbox, put that back in the ground. The wind is blowing here, so I'm gonna bring you in with me, okay? I'm just gonna do a quick once over of all my trees, because what I'm seeing right now is who was that? All I'm seeing now is a lot of stuff may have to go. I got a lot of productive trees, like super productive trees, and I got a lot of trees that I'm tired of waiting on. Hey, Starduster, it's hard for me to see in this light. For everybody that's here, I'm gonna say hey, because I missed a couple, I think. I'm gonna show you one right now that I'm so impressed with that I'm gonna do everything in my power to keep this on my land probably for the rest of my life. Check this out. This is my Stella cherry tree right here. Let me show you. Flip this around. This is the Stella, and I chopped this big giant branch off this year, last fall, and I did an air layer graft on it, and I got it over there, and it's actually growing. I hope it do, because I want to spread this tree all over the place. Because I'm telling you, this is the one I got at Kmart of all places. But ever since I bought it with fruit on it, and every single year it gives me fruit. Look at all the fruiting spurs on this cherry tree. All of this is fruit. Y'all saw it pop out cherries last year, and this is gonna keep on doing it. Every year, fruiting spurs. So what I'm gonna do, look, the place where I chopped it off down here, check that out. Fruiting spurs grew all around that. Those aren't limbs, those are fruiting spurs. So that's super productive. So all the cuttings that I take off of this that cross up, I'm gonna cut them off, and I'm gonna end up putting it on. That's the supposedly supposed to be the lapins. Hey, Starduster, say I'm new to gardening and love it. I currently am a grower, a Meyer lemon tree, a lime, and 2 figs. Well, you got a great start then. You picked out some good stuff, so you must know what you're doing. And Menina, hey, how you doing, Menina? So you got some good selections going on. That's what I would have started with, especially a fig and a Meyer lemon. You can't go wrong with that. Hey, Mari, how you doing, Ma? So this tree here, I'm gonna take some cuttings off of this. Look at all the fruit and fruiting buds on this thing. See those crossing branches right there? I'm gonna take this one off. Look at all the fruit on there, and I'm gonna put that on something else. I might do a couple of air layers. It's so much good wood on this. I didn't mean to say it like, hey, backyard gardener. I may have to air layer a lot of this. I could sell this stuff. Let's go down to this lapis. Now you see how productive this one is. Every single branch got fruiting buds. Every single branch. Every one. This one don't even really need to be pruned. So I'm looking at all my trees, and I'm seeing which ones need to be pruned, which ones need to be sprayed. They all need to be sprayed, but which ones is in desperate need of pruning? Do I see any dead wood? I haven't had a chance to do that because it's been raining every single day. I mean, if you look down here, my land look like a lake. The lake is in my land. So I'm just gonna go through the yard. That's why I went live, because I know this video will take a little too long. So let's do this. Oh yeah, we doing it like that. Now this tree here, all of this is not fruiting buds. This is the lapins cherry, but look how much is crossing. All of that causes disease. You see this right here? That's just rubbing up against there in the wind. You see how that's just rubbing the meat off of that branch? That's what you don't want. So if I have my pruners, oh, there's a fruiting bud right there, fruiting spur. I don't know. If I had my pruners out here, I would just clearly just take that right off. Look at all that inside growth. I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna go to town on this one. It got some fruiting spurs on it though. Right here. Those are fruiting spurs right there. All right, so we ain't doing too bad. I was about to write this one off. Maybe this is the year it finally come around. But you see how wild that grew? That grew so vigorously this year, I'm gonna have to take a lot of stuff off of that. So we gonna keep it moving. Now this apple tree here, this is my Wolf River. Hey, backyard gardener Mari. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I got a bad feeling I'm gonna end up cutting that one all the way down and grafting my Anna and Dorset Golden on that tree, so it just be a giant tree that I know is going to give me fruit, because I got to have fruit. I can't keep waiting. Let's go on down, y'all. We know what the Franken tree is doing. Oh, that's doing wonderful. I'm gonna pass that up. Here's my Corey's Honey Delight Fig. It's waking up, as you can see, and it looks real good. It need a good spraying or some neem oil, and it'll be doing all right. Hey, Novella, how you doing? Look at all this water on my land. This is what I'm talking about. When I walk through here, it's just squish. You know, you sink right into that. So we're gonna go around that. This is my Golden Delicious, and I think the reason why it never do so well is because it just sits here in this water. No matter how high I raised it up, it's just terrible. So I may have to just delete this and put something that loves water right here. I'm not even gonna worry about that tree too much. Oh, look what we got. Look what we got. Right off the creek. See that deep hole? Mr. Fox. Shut up. Mr. Fox or Mr. Coyote been back. I don't know what they would be digging for right there unless they don't eat sweet potatoes. So I don't know what it would be digging for right there. Oh, yes I do. Hey, garden artist. Turtle eggs. It would be digging up a bunch of turtle eggs right here. I'm sitting here like, why would it dig right here? He's an asshole. Digging up turtle eggs. So everything is beautiful. Everything look like a skeleton right now, but everything is in full bloom. Trust me, this camera does none of this no justice. Everything is budding and blooming. No leaves are on anything, but all the flowers are out. Now, if this ain't telling me it's time, if you haven't got your stuff together yet, you guys, you better get it together. Spring is here. Well, spring is here. Spring is here now, here in South Carolina. I got to straighten that up. But everything looks great. Why is you doing that at night? He gonna end up on the plate. Now, I told y'all he was helping me out, but he better help me. That noise, he gonna have to kill that or else. You already know. All right. We're gonna walk from here, boys. I wanted to show y'all I planted this nectarine tree that I found in the same place. It's called a red gold nectarine. Is that not beautiful? So I put this, I'm gonna put it down like this, in peach row right here. So this is my row of peaches right here. This thing, I didn't even want another peach tree, but this thing was budding so crazy. I said, I can't leave this here. So I picked it up. $12, I mean, give me a break. You know, that's season clearance type prices. So I had to put this in peach row. This was the last peach that I could actually put in this row. So everything is waking up. All my peaches, as you can see, everything is coming to life. So it's time for me to spray. So Tuesday, these are just blooming. I just totally missed out on this. What peach is this? This is my Hellhaven peach. Make your tags, people, make your tags. And that thing just went straight to bloom. It's like, it didn't even give me a warning. What kind of soil do your yard mainly have? My yard is mainly silt, like a sandy, it's either clay, I can show you right now. Because I just planted this peach tree, like I told you, this nectarine is either hard clay, like this. See this? Hard, rocky, not rocky, but that's pure clay. I could sculpture a bus with this. Either clay or a sandy silt. I got pockets of clay here and there, but mostly it's this sandy silt stuff, and I don't know which one is worse, to be honest with you. So what I do, I dig a big hole. Y'all saw how these was gallon pot trees, right? Only a gallon. And I will dig a hole that's 3 to 4 feet in circumference and dig it down about 2 feet. It gets wet back here, so 1 foot so it come out the ground a little bit so those roots can breathe. And then I fill it with compost, chicken salad, compost, you know, all of that stuff that I keep telling y'all about in my videos. I fill the whole hole up with that. Leaves, look, you can see this right now. Leaves, chicken salad, compost, all of this good stuff that's been sitting around all year. I don't like buying too much soil. I will if I have to, but if I don't, I won't. Now, let's hit a plum row. Got salad on me. This right here, that's my Santa Rosa plum that's waking up. Look at that. Those buds are swelling up like crazy. To be honest with you, I have never seen any blooms on my Santa Rosa plum. But this year is totally different. Can you see all of that? All of that is fruit, you guys. This is my big methily, and I shape all my trees the same. I just said that in another video. I have never seen this many blooms on this tree, ever. But I pruned this thing to death. I literally butchered it. Ain't they beautiful? Dalen say, what, in my opinion, is the best type of plum? You know what? Now, that question, when you ask that, do you mean what type of plum is the best to eat or to grow? To grow, the easiest to grow is a Santa Rosa and a Methily plum where I am. So those are like super easy, don't take too much maintenance, and they can take the heat. So those two. And a Shiro, the yellow plum, which I call my beaver bite plum. I'm going to that next. So they are easy to do. And thank you, they are beautiful, if I gotta say so myself. They are insane. And I've been shaping this for the last couple of years, keeping all that inside growth out of there. So when all the leaves come, it literally looks like a wine glass. So you really can't hardly see in the center, but the sun can get down in the center and it ripens all this fruit up. Okay, somebody said, how's the Indian red plum? I'm heading to that now. This is my birthday present from 2 years ago. This is one of my favorite peaches. This is my Red Haven peach. This got to be one of the sweetest, biggest freestone peaches I've ever eaten in my life. Honestly, I tasted these peaches and I pretty much neglected this tree last year. I tasted these peaches and I said I will not neglect it this year. Yeah, everything is budding. You see that? Like crazy. All of that is fruit, my friend. All of that is fruit. Every drop of that is fruit. Look at that. These is on pieces I'm supposed to be trimming off. See how far down that go? I don't want those down there. All of that's coming off. This big trunk here, this is coming off. That's coming off. I'm going to tell y'all something right now. If you want your trees to work out like this, I'm going to tell you to do something and you will not believe me. But as you can see, the proof says it all. I don't just be talking. I show you too. And y'all see all my videos. I talk a lot of junk, but I show you too. Now, if you want your trees to be popping off like this, you have to butcher them. I do a video on butchering. I'm like Jason and Freddie when I come out here with my shears. I chop these mugs bald-headed. I got an example for you right now. Let me see what Rakia said. She said, how old were they when you planted them? Like this. See, peaches grow super fast. Super fast. Like, here's the Indian blood peach that somebody just asked me about. See this little guy? Look at my thumb and look at this little rascal. See that? See that? Cute. It's waking up too. Y'all see that? It's waking up. Now, check this out. As thin as this little rascal is, all of my peach trees was like that. My Red Haven peach, I butchered this tree. This tree, none of my trees, well, I ain't gonna say none of them. Most of them are just standard sized trees. I keep them this short by just pruning them. You don't gotta buy no dwarf. Don't pay all that extra money for a dwarf tree. If a dwarf tree is the same price as a standard tree, I'll buy it. But if I'm gonna pay an extra $10, $20, $30 just because it say dwarf, hell no, I won't buy it. That's stupid because you're gonna come out here and prune it anyway. Keep it at the size you want. Look at this. This plum tree is a standard size plum tree. I keep it to a size where I want. This thing should be 20, 30 feet tall by now. I don't let it do that. As you can see, look, I'm gonna bring you in, okay? I might not be able to see. See this? I keep those ends cut all the way around. Look at this right here. And when you cut it right at a bud. Oh, this smells so good. You cut it right at a bud where it comes out like that and it angles out. God, that smells wonderful. I've never smelled a plum tree before. That the smell is always so light. That's beautiful. So you keep your tree at your own size. And when you butcher that tree, you're going to be sad at first. But then you get this. Then you get this. See what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you I'm gonna read this, then I'm gonna show you my main example. I'm in North Florida, so my zone is 8B. I'm 8A. My 2 citrus trees have leaves all over them, and they are still little. Were your citrus trees small, or did they already have some trunk to them? Man, I got citrus trees right now, smaller than my pinky, with fruit buds on them. Citrus start growing fruit super early. Super early. So citrus is going to give you fruit day one. So don't be scared of that, okay? Don't start picking the fruit off talking about I gotta thin them. That don't count for all trees. Persimmon trees, you don't gotta go thinning a persimmon tree. Lemon trees, citrus trees, they shake the fruit off. They know what they can handle. Citrus trees and persimmon trees are smart. I don't need this fruit. You leave them alone. And they'll shake off all those buds they don't want. Even once the fruit start getting big, you be like, ooh, I got a lot of fruit. Then you just start seeing all the fruit drop off. That tree's smart enough to be like, I can't keep doing this. I thought I could. It's like you going to the dinner table at Thanksgiving and say, oh man, I thought I could eat all this food, but I can't. Put this away. Wrap this up, baby. Let's take this with me. Same thing with a citrus. It thought it could make all this fruit, but it can't. So it drops it. So don't get nervous about that. Ain't nothing wrong with your tree 9 times out of 10. People get nervous about that. Now, my major example of a mass butchering. Do you hear me? If this butchering should be on the news, it's so horrible. Do everybody remember my big giant Saturn peach tree with the little flat peaches? Little flat sweet peaches? How big and wide. It was just as big as that plum tree back there. Remember that? Look at it now. Butchering. Both of those big giant branches came off of this. I had a little bud coming off the side here. And I let it grow. And once it got about that tall, I chopped both of these suckers off. Because I'm going to restructure this whole tree. I'm going to restructure the whole thing. Now, this growth that you're seeing right now, with buds and all, only took one season. This started growing last summer. And in fall, I chopped those, no, midsummer, I chopped those major branches off and let all that energy run to that one bud, that one little branch. And it did this. And now I'm going to have fruit off of this year. When it comes to peaches and plums, don't be scared to butcher them. I mean, butcher them. I mean, so bad you sad when you done. You got more tree on the ground than you do on the trunk of the tree. When you do that, it always pays off. As you can see, that one little, oh, my battery about to die. That one little bud turned into that. Can you believe that? If you don't believe me, go back in those videos and you can see it. Last year, you watched me pick all the fruit off of it, gave me a couple of 5-gallon buckets worth of peaches, and I chopped it off. And as you can see, in one season, you get that back. Healthier, new growth. Look at that beautiful new growth. Fruiting buds everywhere. Already blooming. I'm going to get the same, well, not the same amount of fruit, but I'm going to get fruit off that tree this year. And as it grows and I structure it, next year, it's going to be like it was before, if not better. So don't be scared to chop your trees and structure them like you want them and like they need to be. You see a dead branch, chop that sucker off. Don't be like, ooh, but it got fruit buds. Man, chop that off. Because all you doing is holding it up from doing what it's supposed to do. Fruiting like it's supposed to do. So everything out here, you guys look great. My phone about to cut off. I've been on here for 23 minutes. I'm going to go for 30. Here's that Celeste fig tree. Okay, let me see. The gardening artist said, I butchered my Pakistan mulberry after having it 2 years with no fruit in the same year. Made 12 fruit. Dalen say, I grew a fruit tree from a peach seed in 2017. The tree is now about 2.5 feet tall. For 2 years? I'm hoping it will produce feet. If it's only 2.5 feet tall, and from 2017. Growing stuff from seed take a long time. That's a iffy game, you know. So I wish you all the luck. If I was you, I would grab something onto it. I just ain't got that kind of patience. Let me see. NKY native say the first season after planting is the best time to focus on shaping your tree into a good shape so you don't have to. Exactly. Somebody asked me, when is the best time to start butchering on your tree? Soon as you put it in the ground. Let me show you something right now. I'm glad you said that. You see all my peaches in peach row? Sorry about the wind blowing, y'all. See all my peaches? All of these peaches was this big when I bought them. They was huge. And I don't know if I showed a video on them. Probably I did when they was in the pots. You can see, look. They was little teeny tiny. This was just last year. Remember this, okay? This was just last year. They was teeny tiny. They see that little teeny tiny I cut that right there and it all grew like this in one season. Let me go to this other one. Here's another one. I did the same thing. It was teeny tiny. Let me come around here so I can see what I'm seeing. It was, see that? That's the main trunk. It was teeny tiny, just like this little twig here. I chopped that sucker off and let these grow. Now look. Now it's just as tall as me. But if I let it, it'll get huge. But now it's in that bowl shape so it can get all the sun to come. The sun comes right over top of me right here all day. So it's gonna get all that sunlight and all that rain, everything right down in it like you pouring it into a wine glass. Here's this one more I'm gonna show you. Oh, let me come around here. Better angle. Teeny tiny, that was the center. I cut that and let these grow. Don't be scared to butcher your trees because they just gonna pay you back 10 times fold. When I tell you I get a lot of fruit on my trees, I get a lot of fruit on my trees. If they don't produce, sometimes I let them go. It depends on my sentiment for the tree. But I'm telling you, I don't get into all that weird stuff that a lot of people do. I know that, and I know a lot of people, they don't believe me. But the proof is in the pudding. A lot of people that watch me on YouTube have been to my house, believe it or not. And they'll tell you in a heartbeat. So, oh, before I go, I wanted to show you. This is the beaver bite plum. If you go back in my my video playlist and see where the beaver bit this plum tree down, it was bigger than this before. A beaver bit it till it was only this big. And I let one little bud grow off the side and it turned into this. That was 2 years ago. And now it got fruit buds all over it. This is the Shiro yellow plum tree. Golden plum, rather. Loaded with fruit. So, I'm gonna let you guys go because I just planted all these trees and I'm just about to go out here. I'm trying to watch my steps so I don't step in none of my own traps. So, I've been having y'all on here for about 30 minutes or so. I ain't gonna keep y'all. I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me though. It's beautiful. I think I might go for a boat ride before the sun is out. Sun got my house shoes on, walking through the water. Kids, man, kids. Say, oh, okay, who was this say? I was about to throw out my first fig, but it had a bloom. I thought I killed it. Man, figs will surprise you. Figs, I'm fairly new to figs. I've always had one, but I just start getting to know the ones that work in my area, the ones that fruit. And I'm gonna tell you, if you're in my climate, if you're down in Florida and you in the Carolinas, if you want to know a good fruit fig tree that's gonna produce like crazy, taste sweet as honey, and they get really big, that LSU Gold. I swear by that thing. The LSU Gold. If you can find a LSU Gold or LSU Black, anything LSU, get it. I promise you, you will not be sorry. That's my guarantee to you. You will not be sorry. Because that one LSU fig tree give me figs. I got videos on them if you want to see what they look like. Oh my God. That's Lady Led's favorite. So I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and finish walking my land, and I catch y'all later. Man, my pecan trees is waking up. Damn, I want to keep y'all with me. Pecan trees. I planted this pecan tree right here. I think this is the Elliot. Yeah, this is my Elliot. I found this pecan tree at Home Depot, and I kid you not, there is not a limb on this tree. Every limb on this tree is bigger than what I bought it. It was like the size of a straw. And I just threw it back there in the chicken coop and just left it and didn't pay no attention to it. One day I just wanted to plant it to get it out of the way because I had plans for that corner. I put it right here. Temporary. It was supposed to be temporary. Sucker went nuts. It went nuts. Literally. And it gave me nuts. It gave me pecans. Little pecans. And then it grow every year like mad and give me a handful of it give me a handful of nuts. Prison tree. But it give me a handful of nuts. That's gonna be a beast when it get a little bigger. That's one of my investment trees. That's one of my retirement trees. As I get older, it's gonna be paying me. That's gonna pay me back. For my health, eating pecans is good and healthy for you. And two, I can sell them, make me a little side money on the side of my pension, in my retirement. Man, come on, all these persimmons and stuff. You gotta think about that retirement. My day is coming. So I don't wanna hold y'all or nothing like that. We having a good day though. God, it's a beautiful day. I'm off work. Ain't nothing sweeter than having a pocket full of money, a day off, and time to relax in your garden. I love y'all. I do. I really do. I know this is YouTube and everything, but man, I have a good time with y'all. That's why I spend so much time. Sometimes, oh, my battery about to die. Sometimes Lady Leah like, really? YouTube again? Sometimes I feel like I'm cheating. So what I'm gonna do now, I've been making a lot of videos today. I went live. That's how good I'm feeling. I wasn't gonna go live. I said, let me go live, because I want them to see this beautiful shit. Waiting for my bees, because they gonna come back. I'm happy for you too, Donna. Everybody, spring is coming, and this is our time of year. This is the time we get to shine. You may suck at your job. You may not be the best at your job. You may not be the best in your relationship. You may not be the best parent. You may not have all the money in the world. But when it comes to gardening, you know your shit. Remember that. Everybody good at something, and the only reason you watching me is because you good at gardening. You know your gardening, or you want to know more about gardening. This is our world right here. When I'm out here, this is my church. Every Sunday, everybody will run off to church. This is my church right here. So, with that being said, you got, somebody say, Amir say, do I have chestnut tree? You know I don't have a chestnut tree because they grow wild around here to the point I don't. As a matter of fact, at the corner of my neighborhood, right at the corner of my block, is a chestnut tree, and they literally roll down the hill and end up in front of my house every year. I'm gonna have to end up showing y'all that. They're annoying. They good, but annoying. Trust me. Clog up the drains and stuff. So that's the only reason I don't got a chestnut tree. They grow wild around here. And, oh yeah, I meant to tell y'all something too. I ate my first passion fruit yesterday, last night when I showed y'all in that video I did. I had no idea. I had no idea. People been trying to give me passion fruit cuttings for years, and I'd be like, thanks, but no thanks. Yeah, they are expensive and delicious. So what I did last night, I bought 2 passion fruit, and I planted 8 seeds, and I'm gonna run a trellis for them doggone passion fruit. I was going to buy Concord grapes. The grapes go too fast. If you don't plant a whole couple of rows of grapes, they go so fast. But I can see having a bucket full of passion fruit that'll last long, super healthy for you. Oh my God. So instead of a grapevine trellis, I'm gonna be running, because on the side of my house here, I'm gonna build that fence I was telling y'all about. I'm building a passion fruit trellis. I think I get more out of that. Told y'all, I'm not in this to be cute. I'm in this to feed me. So look at that. That's some beautiful shit. I'm gonna get out of here, y'all, for my phone cut off. All right, I love y'all. Lead Farmer 73. I'm out. Have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your family. Hug somebody. Kiss somebody.